Some cartoon episodes were never meant for kids. The few people who watched them say they were disturbing, unsettling, and in some cases, haunting. Today, we're diving into the creepiest cartoon episodes you were never supposed to see.
Luna, can you please give me a shout out in the next video? I'm new to the channel and I subbed.
This first episode is from a cartoon I'm sure all of you know, and it's SpongeBob SquarePants. This episode was called House Fancy, and it's just too creepy to watch as they do really scary things. Let's watch this.
This SpongeBob episode was too disturbing and almost got banned. In season 6, SpongeBob aired an episode called House Fancy, where Squidward tries to one-up his rival Squilliam by showing off his home. What starts as a silly competition quickly turns into one of the most infamous scenes in the show's history. In one moment, SpongeBob tries to move a couch into place, but Squidward's toenail gets caught, and we see a close-up of it being ripped off, slowly, graphically, with sound effects that made it 10 times worse. For a show that's known for lighthearted slapstick, this scene crossed the line for many viewers. It was so over the top that some parents complained, and Nickelodeon almost pulled the episode from rotation. Even now, fans debate whether that moment was meant to be funny or just pure nightmare fuel.
If I was a parent, I would not let my kid watch that too. Why did it have to be so graphical? Even my toe hurts while watching that.
But that wasn't the only time SpongeBob pushed it too far. In another lesser-known moment from the episodes, Squidward ends up accidentally choking on a fork while laughing. For a few seconds, the animation gets unnervingly realistic. His eyes bulge, his face turns purple, and it shows him gasping and clawing at his throat. It's brief, but incredibly unsettling, especially for kids watching it unfold out of nowhere in an otherwise goofy episode.
That's so disturbing. And that scene with the fork dragged on way too much than necessary. I really hope that episode doesn't exist anymore, as no way I'm gonna watch that. This next episode is even creepier. I'm sure all of you know Mickey Mouse and have seen it at least once in your life. However, there's a really eerie and unsettling episode. Let's watch this.
Let's talk about it. The Lost Mickey Mouse episode. So in this episode, it starts off with an old black and white cartoon of Mickey Mouse. He's just walking down a street, and at first, everything looks normal. There's no music, just the sound of his footsteps.
Luna's rather than scary this episode is just really sad. What happened to the happy and lighthearted Mickey Mouse?
But as the video keeps going, things slowly start to change. The background behind Mickey starts to look weird, like the buildings are warping or melting. Mickey himself also changes. His usual smile disappears, and his eyes start to look really empty or dark. As he keeps walking, strange sounds start playing. At first, it's just static, but then it turns into really unsettling noises, like distorted music or even what sounds like faint screaming. The longer the video goes, the more messed up it gets. The background completely breaks apart, and Mickey's face becomes almost unrecognizable, like he's in pain or angry. Some versions even show flashing images or disturbing visuals in between. Eventually, the video cuts to black, then the episode continues, but now Mickey's face looks super twisted and horrific. This keeps going till the end of the episode.
If I saw that episode, I think I would get nightmares. If you think of Mickey Mouse, you would imagine laughter and happiness, but not this. I also managed to find the actual episode. Let's watch it. Why does everything become so scary all of a sudden? I don't think I can watch Mickey Mouse again after this. These next episodes are even more disturbing, so make sure to watch until the end. This next episode is really scary, and it's from a cartoon show called Pokemon. I personally never watched Pokemon before, but I know it's really popular. Apparently this episode had to be banned for being too dangerous. Let's watch this.
This Pokemon episode was banned after hospitalizing over 600 kids. On December 16, 1997, Japan aired what would become the most dangerous cartoon episode in television history. Episode 38 of the original Pokemon anime, titled Den-no Senshi Porygon, or Electric Soldier Porygon, featured a battle scene inside a digital world. During this scene, Pikachu uses an attack that causes an explosion, and in that moment, the screen flashes rapidly with red and blue lights over 12 times per second. Within minutes, minutes of the episode airing, children across Japan began suffering from nausea, blurred vision, seizures, and in some cases, temporary blindness. Emergency rooms were flooded. News broke that over 600 kids had to be hospitalized, and the broadcast was immediately pulled from rotation. The media called it Pokemon shock. The Japanese government got involved. Nintendo's stock dropped, and the anime was suspended for weeks. Even though Porygon wasn't responsible for the flashing effect, it was quietly banned from ever appearing in the show again. To this day, Electric Soldier Porygon has never aired again anywhere in the world, and no official release exists. It remains one of the most infamous banned episodes in TV history. A show meant for kids accidentally became a nationwide health hazard.
I don't get how this episode managed to pass all the checks and be aired. Clearly, having flashing lights is really harmful for viewers, and especially kids. I managed to find the footage of the actual episode. Let's watch.
Around 22 minutes into the episode, Pikachu uses a thunderbolt which causes a big explosion of red and blue flashing strobe lights. This caused what was known as the Pokemon shock, which included dizziness, blurred vision, nausea, vomiting, headaches, and seizures. Nintendo caught a lot of heat for this. Pokemon went on hiatus for a few months, and when they came back, they had new guidelines in place to ensure this didn't happen again in the future.
I'm so glad that episode got banned, as even the slowed down version of the flashing lights was uncomfortable to watch. Luna's this next episode is really terrifying. I'm sure you have heard of Tom and Jerry, but there was this one episode where things took a weird turn. Let's watch this.
The lost episode of Tom and Jerry, Tom Basement. So we all know the cartoon Tom and Jerry, where you can see a cat and a mouse. The cat named Tom to chase the mouse named Jerry. Even though Tom liked to chase Jerry, they were still friends. But once, there was one episode where Tom cut the Jerry head with a knife. Here's how it looked like. It may be too creepy and disturbing for those people who watches this, and the episode was deleted from the TV shows. Stay safe and follow for more.
I don't know if this episode is real or not, but it definitely seems real to me. That scene was just so scary to watch, and since when was Tom and Jerry supposed to be like that? This next episode is from a very well-known cartoon called Peppa Pig. This episode got too creepy, so it had to be banned. Let's watch this.
The Peppa Pig Lost episode. When searching for a Peppa Pig DVD at a DVD store, they didn't find anything. They found one. It was dusty, and there was a label that says Peppa Pig do not use. They bought the DVD and went home, put the disc in, and a weird Nick Jr. logo came on. Then a screen went black for a minute, then a title card with the words Peppa Pig in blood red. The episode was called Why? The house was on fire. Then a camera panned into the living room. George, Mommy, and Daddy Pig all looked frightened. Then a brick from the ceiling hit George's neck and drew blood. Then it cuts outside. The house crumbles down, but it's still on fire. Then it cuts to a hill with Peppa. She looked sad. Then it went to static for a couple of seconds. Then she reappeared on screen. Her dress was gray. Her eyes was missing. She was covered in blood and was crying. The crying looked like it was Photoshop on Microsoft Paint. Then Peppa aggressively shouted, "Why?
Why did you not watch another episode of me? Thanks to you, my family's dead. Can't you see that I'm suffering? Well, someday, you will regret it."
Then Peppa ran into the burning building and the episode ended.
The way Peppa's face transitioned from happy to dark one was really terrifying. I don't know if that episode is real, but if I watched it, I think I would get nightmares. Lastly, I wanted to add another creepy episode from Spongebob SquarePants. This episode is more sad rather than scary. Let's watch this.
The lost episode of
SpongeBob.
So SpongeBob was a kids show which most kids liked watching the show, but there was a lost episode called SpongeBob Sue SD3. So in this episode, SpongeBob is running around in town and screaming because everyone left town. He checks all the houses to see if anyone is here and his eyes turn red for a split second. Warning, this episode is really creepy and scary, so I suggest you scroll immediately if you don't like scary stuff. Here's the video.
Everybody go! Go! Go!
Okay, why did his eyes turn red? That actually gave me a jump scare. Which episode did you find the scariest? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also follow my Roblox profile or join my new group. All links in the description below. Stay safe out there.